Hey students, my phone fell. Let's see if we can make that stay. Happens sometimes, but we have made it to Friday, and today we're working on pages 8 and 9, and we're going to be doing a couple things together here. We're going to be using some place value understanding to round numbers or to estimate numbers, but we're also going to be adding those numbers too using some standard algorithms. So we're going to be taking two numbers and estimating or rounding them, and then we're going to be adding them together. So we can round whole numbers, and then we can add and subtract whole numbers using our standard algorithm, okay? So we're kind of taking two of the skills that we have learned this week and putting them together. And then we're going to have a third step in there, but I'm not going to throw that at you until we get there. So let's look at page 8, number 1. It tells us to estimate the sum of each addition problem to check if the student's answer is reasonable. That's what we're going to talk about in a minute. First, let's just estimate. Estimate is whenever we get something that's kind of in the ballpark. We are rounding. Estimate, rounding is sort of the same thing. And it's not going to be an exact answer, but it's going to be an answer that's close to. A lot of times if we're in the grocery store, we don't have a calculator with us, we are estimating in our heads how much we're spending, so if we know if we've got enough money to pay for it. So there's where estimation comes in play at. So I looked through this page, and it doesn't really tell you this, but I'm just kind of giving y'all this hint. Most of these are rounded to the thousands is what they're wanting you to do. We're going to round to the thousands place. So go ahead. I wrote that on my paper, round to the thousands. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at this. So we got the number 1. I'm going to just go ahead and model this one for us, okay? And I have my rounding rules sitting here with me as well, so I can have those. I've got to estimate both numbers to the thousands place. So my first problem is 8,997 plus 2,301. And I need to estimate or round both of these numbers to the thousands place. All right, so let me do the 8,997 first, okay? I feel like my phone is turned sideways. So let's look, ones, 10, hundreds, thousands. I want to underline that. Remember that from before when we were rounding. I look next door, I'm going to circle that, and it's going to tell me what to round here. All right, so let me write these over here, my rounding rules. My 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 tells me the same. It's going to stay the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to add 1. All right, so which group does the 9 fall into? Yes, it falls into the group that tells me to add 1 more. So it tells the 8 to add 1 more. What's 1 more than 8? 9. So it's a 9. All right, then I know the numbers to the left stay the same, but there's no numbers to the left, okay? And then the numbers to the right, 0 is their name. All right, now I've got to do the same thing for 2,301. Let's find the thousands place. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. All right, I'm going to circle the number to the right. Okay, so that 3 is going to tell that 2 what to do. Now I have to determine whether it's 4 or less or 5 or more. Well, the 3 falls in the 4 or less, so it's going to tell the 2 to stay the same. Okay. All right, there's no numbers to the left, so there's nothing to do there for my rule number 5. And number 6 tells me that the numbers to the right become zeros. All right, so now I have estimated my numbers to the thousands place, and now I need to add them. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, and then 9 plus 2 is 11. So I have an estimation of 11,000. All right, so there's my estimate. Now what it was asking you to do is to check to see if the student's answer is reasonable. If not, cross out the answer and write the correct answer. Okay, so the students got an answer of 31,998 when they added for an exact number. Is that anywhere near close to that 11,000? No, it's not. So you need to mark that out, and then they want you to get an exact answer here. So 7 plus 1 is 8. 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12, write the 2, I got to carry the 1, 8 plus 2 is 10, and add the 1, and I get 11. So there is my exact answer of 11,298. I knew by when I estimated that there's no way that that could have been a correct answer. Okay? So there I am modeling it. And let me find my eraser. And let's work the next one together. Okay? We'll talk through it. So let's write down number 2. It's 23,411 plus 35,507. And remember I told you that we are rounding to the thousands place, okay? All right, so let's do this one together. Now, let's first estimate this first one. All right, and 23,411, what number is in the thousands place? Well, let's count over. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, the 3, right? All right, so that's rule 1. I've underlined that. Now I want to go next door and circle my number, and I draw an arrow to there. This is a number that we now have to look to see. Does it fall in 4 or less, or does it fall in 5 or more? Yep, 4 falls in 4 or less, so it tells the 3 to stay the same. Okay? Now, rule number 5 tells me that the numbers to the left stay the same. 6 says the numbers to the right, 0 is their name. So I'll make zeros out of the 4, the 1, and the 1. All right, so we've now estimated that number. All right, now let's go to 35,507. Let's find the number that's in the thousands place. Let's count over. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. There's my number in the thousands. I look next door, circle that one. It's going to tell the 5 what to do. Now the one that I circled, does it fall in the 0 to 4, or does it go to the 5? The 4 or less, or 0 to 4, before it tells it to stay the same, or is it 5 or more? It is 5 or more. So 5 or more tells me that this number has to add 1 more. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Rule number 5 tells me that the numbers to the left stay the same. Rule number 6 says the ones to the right, 0 is their name. So now I have to add these up. Starting on the ones, what's 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 2 plus 3 is 5. So our estimation number is 59,000. Now, when the students got the answer, they got 12,918. Y'all see that? When they added this number, this is what they got. All right? So is 59,000 anywhere near 12,918? No, it's not anywhere close. So we know that's not right. So they want you to mark that out, and then they want you to actually do the standard algorithm and get the exact answer. So let's do that. 1 plus 7 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 5 is 8. Y'all are doing great. 2 plus 3 is 5. All right, so 58,918 is our exact answer. And then 59,000 was our estimation. All right, I want y'all to look at the next one. Go ahead, pause the video, and you do the next one, and then start it back, and we'll review it together, okay? All right, so hopefully you got the right answer on that. Let's look at it. We have 72,418, and we're adding it to 41,291. All right, and again, remember, we are rounding these to the thousands place. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see if we got this first one estimated right. What'd you get for the first one? 73,000? All right, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So the 2 is in the thousands place. The 4 is next door. The 4 lands in the 4 or less. It tells my 2 to stay the same. My numbers to the left stay the same. My numbers to the right, 0 is their name. So 72,000. Great job. Y'all figured that one out. Now, what did you round 41,291 to? 41,000? Well, let's see if you're right. All right, so let me underline my thousands place. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Circle my 1 next door to it. My 2 falls in my 4 or less, so it tells my 1 to stay the same. My numbers to the left stay the same, and the numbers to the right, 0 is their name. Now what did you do? You added them up. All right, I'm going to add mine up. 0 plus 0 in the ones, move to the 10, 0 plus 0, move to the hundreds, 0 plus 0, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 7 plus 4 is 11. Did you get 113,000? All right. So, our 113,000 is that our students got 113,709. So, is that close? Yeah, that's pretty close to that, isn't it? All right, so you guys did a great job on that. So what I want you to do, not going to worry about the last page. I want you to go ahead and do the last 2 on this page. You don't have to do any on page 9. Go ahead and just do the last 2 on this page and have your parents send that to me. So we covered a lot today. We did round whole numbers or estimate whole numbers, and we did add numbers using our standard algorithm. So we've covered a lot of material this week. We'll pick up on Monday. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you then. Bye.